to part 4. You like our new toys, don't you?
Yes, I do. I happen to see that we just started. And it's part 4 of the list.
That does not miss.
Ever.
I'm Mike Hogan.
And I'm just like, ha.
Well, let's get started with the King of the Jobbers Tournament, round 3.
Round 3.
We got the number 1 seed,
Somebody's opening a
Virgil,
beer back there.
taking on the number 6 seed, Jim Powers of the Young Stallion.
And he was managed by Teddy Long, but that ain't going to help him here because, ladies and gentlemen, the $1 Million champion, Virgil, is your winner. Very good. See, that was appropriate.
Very appropriate. Yes, just keep it with it. And the second match in the first bracket is the number 3 seed, Barry Horowitz,
Yes, that's so weird.
taking on the number 7 seed, Lippin' Lana Puffo.
It sounded like you got scared there a little bit, like you didn't know what to do. And your winner is that dude's brother. This guy right here. Leapin' Lanny Pavo is your winner in the second match of this bracket. And then in the first match of the second bracket,
That's right.
George, almost said the Animal Steel, same initials. George South, Mr. Number 1.
The number 9 seed.
The number 9 seed taking on number 6 seed, Playboy. Not Playboy. Buddy Rose. That's true. And the winner of George South versus Playboy, Buddy Rose, is a number 9 seed.
He has been upsetting everyone in this tournament.
Everybody. They are so upset they are leaving the tournament. George South is your winner on that one. And the second match of the second bracket is a number 3 seed, Brooklyn Brawler, Abe Knuckleball Schwartz, Kim Chi, Steve Lombardi, and Brooklyn. No, see, I don't know what's in my drink today. And Doink the Clown. See, every time I have to do this. Okay. So I'm going to have to do this to myself. Because I messed up the names. Wow, stop. And stop. Good stuff. Thank you. Rude. Taking on number 15 seed of Aldo Montoya, the man with the jockstrap on his face.
Never good, never good, never good.
You don't want a jockstrap on your face. He ain't going to do very well. And the winner of this bracket, number 2 match, is Brooklyn Brawler.
Yeah, we're going with that.
So next week is Virgil taking on Lanny Poffo
number 7 seed
in the finals of this bracket. And number 9 seed, George South,
number 9,
taking on number 3 seed,
Brooklyn Brawler,
in the finals of the second bracket.
Now,
So,
out of these 4 jobbers,
semifinals.
who will be our first jobber champion?
Who will be the king of the jobbers for year 2015?
That's true.
We will find out. And then next week, in 2 weeks, whenever we figure out the champion.
Right.
We'll do that before we announce the winner. See how appropriate? Exactly. We are so good here. And you're up.
So hot.
Oh!
Because I got sizzle on there yet.
You don't have scissors, but you can probably find one.
Next up is 11 long-term booking directions for WWE in 2015-2016. And number 4 this week is Lana as the new Sable. Go!
Just keep on your clothes. That's all that matters, right? No black hands on the boots.
There's not doing that right now. This is not the Attitude Era.
That's true. The Wrestling Observer's Dave Meltzer has reported that one of WWE's long-term plans is to make Lana a much bigger star. The idea would be that she transcends the business in the way that Sable did in the 90s. The plans for that to happen were actually meant to kick off during her split from Rusev. However, he suffered an injury at the worst possible time, meaning the entire storyline had to be put on ice. As a result, Lana is currently paired with Dolph Ziggler, not really doing much more than standing there while he wrestles.
Now she's doing nothing.
But this is just temporary stopgap. Once Rusev is back, expect a major Ziggler versus Rusev feud.
Which we got.
Exactly. In which Lana is ultimately spun off on her own to become a major individual star. Off the back of her new status and mainstream potential, WWE will be expecting commercial opportunities. Just don't hold your breath for the Lana Playboy special, which would undoubtedly have been one of the things they would have done 10 years ago in the pre-PG era.
Of course.
And we know a lot of this has already happened. We've had the Rusev, we've had the Ziggler feud, and then Ziggler got injured also during that feud to go film, and then unfortunately that is really dull. Like, what the heck? Anyway, so then Lana has now become injured, so now the whole feud has pretty much gone to hick in a hand basket because nobody cares about the feud unless she's in it. So I'm wondering, they're saying now that Rusev and Lana are going to join back together when she comes back from injury. The number one contender is Tyrus. Really?
I know you read that too.
I just saw winner Tyrus. I knew it. So,
he wins. Well, we'll get that in a minute. So that's going to keep going.
Yes. That was pretty sad. So anyway, that is the Lana plan. I've said the new Sable. I've also said new Sunny because she doesn't need to wrestle. Sable wrestled. Sunny never wrestled. Lana doesn't need to wrestle. She doesn't have to wrestle. We don't want to see Summer Rae versus Lana. Yawn. Okay?
Or even Marie versus Lana.
Oh, Lord Jesus. Don't do it. Vance, I know that is your, I know this is about to get bad, but that is your wet dream waiting to happen, you 70-year-old weirdo. Yes. But when nobody wants to see that match, you freak.
No.
Nasty. Which title would you like to see return to the WWE, or as like title. I said, Kozlov and so I said the double E.
The women's title.
You want to see the women's title?
I want to see that.
Take that. You have the options of the Cruiserweight Championship.
Nah.
The Hardcore Championship.
Only Cruiserweight if they use them right.
European Championship.
Hardcore, no, we've been there, done that.
We don't need no 24/7 rule.
No.
It's out of hand.
I mean, it helps other people get belts, but it doesn't mean anything.
Like I said, European Championship.
Titles.
Titles, not belt. You have European Championship, Light Heavyweight Championship, Women's Championship, or other. Women's, we kind of have it in NXT, but the Divas title does need to be replaced and call it Women's.
Yeah, you're in the big leagues. The Divas title should be in NXT. The Women's Championship should be on Raw.
Because we are women. We are fierce.
Yeah.
We are women. So. Right. But light heavyweight was not a good division.
And that might be why people enjoy the NXT women, because they're defending the Women's Championship instead of stupid butterfly.
See, they did the light heavyweight division, and this is what happened with the light heavyweight division. That's what happened.
Yes. Now, those two guys wrestling. Who are these two people? I have no clue.
They brought in the Mexican people, the Japanese people, but they did not give them any kind of story. They didn't give them any kind of room to work. But in WCW, they did the opposite, and they gave them time, and they introduced the people from Mexico and Japan. And
and when you was in WCW, you got this.
Yes! Yes!
That's true.
Yes!
That is true, because everybody loved the Cruiserweights. And in my personal opinion, I would like to see the Cruiserweight Championship brought back, as long as the Cruiserweights, like you said, were used correctly, like they used to be in WCW. The WWE did not know how to use them, and that's why the light heavyweight division stunk up the joint, and that's also why when they brought back the Cruiserweight title, once Rey Mysterio got out of that Cruiserweight division, it no longer mattered.
That's true. That is so true.
So that's a discussion for another day.
Another day, another time, another hour.
Exactly. And now, going on to the big time here, we rebuilt a bunch of rosters.
Yes, we did.
And now we're going back.
And now we're rebooking.
Back in time. Not back in the future.
No, that's Jeb.
That's Jeb Salvage. We're rebooking one pay-per-view, one big event, whatever the case may be, whatever we choose. Our choice to rebook.
Because we asked you, we would get all the points.
That's true. We did AWA last week with the Super Clash 3. I thought it was very successful.
They did.
Now we're rebooking ECW, and it is November to remember 2K. 2000.
That's what So let's get ready.
And we have...
let's get ready to rumble!
Oh, and I heard a little NWO at the end of that. That's funny, people. Because NWO is always the main event. So we are rebooking this. We have 8 matches to rebook. And so that wouldn't take all the time in the world. We flipped a coin before the show started. That sounds really weird back in the background, don't it? Daggone Pierre! Anyway, so we flipped a coin and we decided who would go first and who would go second.
Right.
And so we have now decided we are rebooking this, and the first match is a tag team encounter.
Tag team matchup.
And I picked the Eliminators to take on
the Steiner Brothers.
4 big dudes.
That is 4 big dudes. Would be an excellent match.
A clash of
the Titans.
Very good. I was getting there. I was building it up. And
Tell
your
me.
winner in this match is the Eliminators. We also flipped a coin for that, and we decided who would win.
Yes. A lot of flipping the coins today.
Second match.
The coins were flipping.
Second match.
The next match is a singles match.
Yes.
And we picked two lovely ladies.
Put ladies in it. They did not have any women matches on the card, and so you know what?
ECW was not really famous for ladies.
No, they had more. They had more of
well, we know
what's the word?
Sex appeal.
Sex, drugs, and all
Rock
that.
and roll.
Yes, but what is the word? They looked like they came off the strap.
Yeah, they little hoes.
Yes, prostitutes is the word I was looking for. That's what
Oh.
it kind of came off as.
Yep.
But here we added in the women, and I picked Gail Kim.
You had Gail Kim taking on Paige and pulling the upset win. I would say it was upset. I would
It
say
is upset.
Paige picks up the win.
She does. Third match is a 6-man tag team matchup.
Wow. 6.
And this is huge. This would be a great match for any card. This would be great in Ring of Honor. I know that much.
It'll be.
Bad to the bone. That's true. Where's Bullet? Where's Bullet Ball?
Stevie?
Where's Bullet Ball?
Stevie, where's Bullet at?
He'll be here in a minute, buddy.
Okay.
That was bad, wasn't it?
It was.
Anyway, he
I'm
just
gonna
had a
give you one.
birthday,
I'm gonna give you one of those. I'm gonna give you one of those.
I understand. He just turned 76, by the way.
Good Lord, he needs to stay out of the ring then.
Amen. Because you know what will happen?
Yeah, heart attack.
Thank you. Anyway. So
He's
the
tapping out
6-man.
the sleeper. No, sorry, it's a heart attack.
Ah, that's bad. Boo.
I'll give myself.
Or is it this one, the top one there? Oh,
Poor Bob.
poor Bullet. Anyway, so it's a 6-man tag, and I picked Sami Zayn and the Lucha Dragons.
That would be a great 3-man team.
It would be a great 3-man team.
And I picked AJ Styles and the Young Bucks.
And then
picking up the win.
picking up the win is the Bullet Club. AJ Styles and the Young Bucks. We kind of actually did that on purpose. Putting the three of them together. Just saying. But that would be a great 6-man in any promotion. I think Ring of Honor would eat that up.
They would. Fans would eat it up too.
They would. And the fourth match.
The fourth match was a loser leave town match.
Bye-bye.
I picked Raven.
Bye-bye.
Go ahead, pick your pick.
He picked Raven. I picked Jake
Yeah,
the
yes.
Snake
Oh,
Roberts.
you didn't know?
Yeah.
A losing horn. What's a losing horn?
What's a losing horn?
And the person who lost. See, losing horn.
Yep.
And the person who lost this match is Jake the Snake Roberts, and he went baby.
That's a shocker.
He went back to the house.
Took out Jake Roberts.
Went back to the house. The DDP accountability crib. You're welcome. And you're welcome, DDP, because the five people that are watching this might go get off the couch
Right.
and go try DDP yoga.
Yes.
No,
No, it's not.
no, not at all.
How about you?
No, exactly.
Up next was
That's
a
horrible.
Flaming Tables tag match.
Flaming tables. That means the table had to be caught on fire, and then you had to put both members of the team through tables.
Both members.
Both members.
The teams were the Dudley Boys.
That's who he picked, and I picked the Pit Bulls. I'm not saying Jamie Noble and
No.
Kid Cash. I'm
I'm doing
talking
that.
about Pitbull number 1 and number 2. in
And you know,
ECW.
being a tables match, there's only one team that can win.
Yes, the one team that can win in a tables match, the Pitbulls.
Shocker! Shocker! I am
ladies and gentlemen.
shocked.
The picking up, the shocking win. Dun dun dun. You can do that. I know you can do that. Drama. Wow, that was kind of a long thing there. Drama. Pitbulls win. And then your 6th match is a singles match for the ECW World Television Championship.
Not belt.
Not belt, but championship. And your champion, I picked the champion. And I picked Flying Loose Cannon Brian Pillman, ladies and gentlemen.
And I picked the challenger, RVD.
The man that made the television title what it was.
Yes.
And the winner, and still, television champion, Brian Pillman, ladies
That'd
and
be a
gentlemen.
great match. I'd love to have seen Brian Pillman, even
That's
Flying
correct.
Brian or Loose Cannon taking an RVD.
It would be great.
It would be.
And then your seventh
The
match?
seventh match was for the Tag Team Championships of ECW.
Exactly.
The champions was Enzo Amore and Big Cass. Your pick.
I did pick those.
And my pick was CM Punk and his good buddy, Colt Cabana.
You mean Colt Goldman? Oh,
And
that
Colt
would
Goldman.
that would have actually sounded all right. Scotty Goldman was horrible.
They turning Tyrus good.
Do what?
Tyrus must be turning good.
He might be.
And in a shocker, in an upset,
Right? Thank you. Shut up!
we got that too.
We have a shut up.
Shut up.
That's funny.
Shut up!
Thank you.
No, not a bit.
Having too much fun, are we?
We are having too much fun.
CM Punk and Colt Cabana pick up the win and the tag team titles.
Yes, new tag team champions. And then in the 8th match, we had a double Jeopardy match. Look up the rules. For the ECW World Heavyweight Championship. And I picked the champion, and that is Cesaro. And my other pick was Jay Briscoe.
And I picked the other two challengers, Kevin Owens and Daniel Bryan. What a major four-way. I mean, you have different styles from 4 different gentlemen.
Yes. And
Best match
your
anywhere.
winner of the main event and new ECW World Heavyweight Champion, Kevin Owens. A little bit of both. He got mixed. It's a little mixed. A little mixed signals. If they let him loose, they would have to do that.
They would.
A lot. Yes, so that is ECW November to Remember 2000. Ladies and gentlemen, next week. Oh, I see that. I was like, what the heck is this?
Yes, that's
Tigre Uno is still the X Division champion because nobody cares anymore.
And Tyrus,
Tyrese, whatever it is.
That's all we have. Yeah.
That's what I said. So Tyrus, whatever his name is
the number one
Brodus
contender.
Clay is the number one contender. He won the Gauntlet for the Gold, Bound for Gold Gauntlet match
Yes.
at the pay-per-view.
And it says EC3 comes out and claps for Tyrus.
Yes.
On the stage,
Yes.
enters the ring and takes the mic. He puts Tyrus over and says Tyrus should use his title shot for the tag team titles.
Oh, of course he should.
That was match freaking those. But Tyrus takes the mic. Give me that.
That's right.
And says he fought hard and he's tired.
Oh.
He says he's taken a lot of bullets for EC3.
Real art.
Which you probably got to know this when he said that.
Of course.
But he did this on his own, and he's coming for the world heavyweight title. And EC3 looked devastated.
And tomorrow night we'll probably find out if he wins the belt or not, because they'll film like 12 weeks ahead. I don't even know if they're filming tomorrow night. I have no clue.
I don't say.
I know that. But since that's all we know about the pay-per-view right now, we are going to finish up and tell you that next week we have the Survivor Series pay-per-view review, as we have 4 of them, I believe, next week is what we said.
Yep,
we have
4.
the 11 long-term booking directions for WWE in 2015 and 16. Plus, as always, ringside news.
The
The list.
Which will have
And
the King of the Jobbers tournament.
The
continues.
semifinals.
And some news. I don't know if it's good news, bad news.
But it's big.
It is big news. We've been watching after these weeks after weeks after weeks since
We watch how many people watch the show.
the great American Dream Dusty Rhodes since he died, and we turned over countdowns to him, the American Dream countdown.
Yes, we did.
And you've stunk up the show. How do you not click on it?
Just because it's his
Because
name.
of his
on there.
name.
You should. But we are going to.
So an
revamp-
executive order
Yes.
has come down the pipes.
They have the powers that be.
The powers
at Top
that
Rope
be.
Reality has told us we got to put our thinking caps on and we got to come up with a new concept for part 3, which is American Dream Countdowns. We got to come up with some new stuff. So, ladies and gentlemen, next week will be the very last American Dream Countdowns. And so next week when you hear this, at the opening of the show. You don't have it?
No.
Why don't you have it?
I don't know.
You didn't put it on there
No,
yet.
I don't know.
That's very sad.
I wasn't ready for it. I didn't know you were going to throw it to me like that.
I was leading into it. That'd been awesome.
I know. You don't tell nobody. I love the production meetings.
That's really sad. I mean, you shouldn't have told me you had it, number one.
Well, I know you're going to lead into it.
How great was that lead in, though?
It was great.
Gosh, dog, we've only been doing this for like almost 2 years.
Oh, that's all.
Jeez Louise, guys.
Jeez Louise, guys.
I mean, you act like you got a whole other job around here.
Okay, be quiet for 3 seconds until
Nope.
I find it.
Can't find it.
It's
probably the. Probably starts with the.
It's on a spell.
The. That's probably where it's at. That's where it's at, sir. I told you. So, ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah, you say nothing. Just
I'm going to say, no, I'm going to say it because there's such a big gap, ladies and gentlemen.
I will cut it out.
Oh, there will not be a cutout. You don't cut out when we go 40 minutes trying to fill out information. When you hear this noise next week, that signals the final American Dream countdown. You say,
It's the final countdown.
it is the final countdown.
The final countdown.
Pretty sad.
Pretty bad.
Sad day. It is a sad day here at Top Rope Reality, but we will come back with bigger and better things because we've got to make sure. We have to make sure.
Oh,
The
I
powers
gotcha.
that be here at Top Rope Reality are happy with what we are posting on YouTube. So it'll be the last American Dream countdowns, but
But for all the people out there who like countdowns, which are very little,
apparently.
doesn't mean there won't be no more countdowns.
Maybe
Maybe thrown in as part 4, maybe thrown in part 1, maybe thrown in part 2.
not 3 or 4 of them, but one every now and then.
No, little small, little taste, little tidbit, little bit.
Exactly. But also, we said on the list, King of the Jobbers tournament continues, and we will rebook WCW, and we have picked Great American Bash.
I mean, it's
1987.
a staple.
It is, and it was created by the American Dream.
I don't know.
Speaking
I mean,
of-
they won't like it, then will they?
Oh, we got jokes over here on y'all. So it'll be WCW Great American Bash 1987. We will rebook it, and we will put in who we have in our WCW organization.
The Wolves kept the belts.
The Wolves
Well, you're
kept
just getting
the
the top.
belts.
You're just getting.
You're getting all kinds of stuff in the list. Part 4.
But we want to thank each and every one of you for watching this week, and we'll see you next week right here as we try to get it right.
Yes, on episode 79.
I'm Mike Hogan.
And I'm Justin Cad.
See you next week.